What's poppin', guys? I'm here. I'm standing in front of my empty trailer, and you guys probably know what that means. It's auction Volvo time. But the only problem is this auction Volvo might have been one of the worst buys I've made in a while. Still to be determined, but I guess I'll explain it a little bit later. But yeah. Caveman brain sitting in front of the computer. I got a bid. There's a guy bidding against me. I got a bid, so I kept hitting that bid button, and I probably hit it a couple too many times. So I overpaid. I haven't seen the car in person. It's a non-runner and a salvage type. That's a lot of going against me. So I would say, not in the best mood because I might be taking a lick, and you know, you gotta take them every once in a while. This isn't the first time I bought a car that you know, completely bricked out on me. So let's go check it out. We're gonna go head down to the auction and go pick it up. We'll see how bad she is once we get it, and hopefully this will teach you guys a little something about buyer's remorse, because I'm feeling it. So yeah, let's go check out this car. Hopefully it's not a complete basket case, but you never know. You never know. So yeah, let's go. There she is. We got her home in one piece. This is the first time I've got to look at it since the auction was closed on preview day, and Caveman Brain told me to bid as much money on it as possible. But here it is. We're hoping that it's not completely garbage, because I would like to save this car considering the miles that are on it. And considering it's a first year 850, it's got the weird front bumpers and the funky rear bumper and the funky spoiler, so it's a cool looking car. Color makes it look even better. In some spots the paint is faded all the way through, so a quick buff isn't gonna fix that, but I don't know. Definitely looks decent. Yeah, there's a little dent on the trunk, which is not perfect, but I don't know. Speaking of the trunk, let's see if we can pop it. See if there are any goodies in here. Empty. It's got a nice Volvo cargo mat. It's got a little something back there, which is kind of gross. Ooh, the trunk looks clean. Looks really clean. Let's get the spare tires in there. Nice. We got a spare tire. Doesn't look like it's been fiddled with too many times. From what I'm looking at so far, it's looking a lot better than, I guess, what I anticipated. I was expecting this thing to be a complete basket case. I don't know, I kind of, I guess, scared myself when I actually won it. But as you can tell, these tires don't look like they've been in service in a really long time. Look at all those cracks. Look at all those spider webs. If we get a date code off of here, that says 32nd month, not month, 32nd week of the year 2011. So these tires haven't seen the road, and I guess if we give it maybe 5 years of tires, you know, being in service, This thing hasn't seen the road since 2016. So that's not a good sign. Or it could be a good sign. Maybe someone just... No, it's a bad sign. that is sketchy. Well, let's go inside. Let's go in the interior, see what's going on inside. Because the pictures looked actually pretty decent when I was looking at them. So the seats don't look too bad. I've definitely seen worse 850 seats. Door panel. I'll look at the door panel in a second. Carpets. Carpets are a little dirty. Even though that's just a floor mat. Might be cleaner underneath. See the headline. Let me get in. Oy. So the interior actually looks pretty decent. I guess there's the mileage, kind of the reason why I wanted to bid on this car. Title says that it's actual miles. Odometer is still, or trip meter is still working. Well, at least it wasn't zeroed out, so it's a good chance that that odometer still works. So we might actually have a Volvo with 69,000 miles.
Nice.
Radio looks to be in decent shape. Let's check the ashtray. That's nice. They didn't smoke in the car. Doesn't smell like smoke. Center console looks nice. I've definitely seen these things deteriorate pretty bad. Let's see if the cup holders work. Nice. Look at that. Let's see if there's nothing in there, but at least it's clean. Glove box maybe? Nope. But there was an owner's manual in there. I kind of like owner's manuals. But yeah, it looks, I mean, the dash is in pretty decent shape. Other than the airbag thing that always starts to fold. Let's see the headliner. The headliner looks good. No fading or no sagging. Rear seats look decent. I don't know. It definitely looks like a car that has 69,000 miles. Just, it also looks like a car that's been forgotten about a pretty long time ago. Headrest is kind of sun-beaten. That's nice. Usually these things pop out. The little light switch. You'll see the switch on the ground, and then you'll always see the little tensioning springs. You'll always see them right inside there. Go, if you have an 850 right now, go inside your 850, or if you're looking at an 850, look right there. You'll see those tensioning springs right there, or inside there. I don't know. They always fall and no one notices, and then they just sit there for the rest of their life. But yeah, she's not bad. Switches look like they're not stuck or anything. Shifter's intact. Usually these shifters get all cracked and they start peeling apart. So that looks good. I'm scared to try and... No, we won't even put the key in the ignition because that battery is dead. This thing was a non-runner, so we're going to check the engine bay since this was a non-runner. We're going to hopefully figure out why this thing was salvaged, or at least thrown at a salvage auction. So let me pop the hood real quick. And there she is, 2.3 liter naturally aspirated white block. You can't beat them. You can't kill them. Well, you can kill them. I think we're gonna figure out how this thing got killed. But there's the battery. 2011. That's pretty sketchy. We'll check the oil. Hopefully there's no milkshake in there. Come on. Oil looks good. No milkshake, which is a good sign. I don't see a lot of rodent damage. That was another thing I was scared about when it comes to like cars sitting for a really long time. I don't see any wires that are chewed up but a lot of spider webs. Look at that. Poor guy died right there before he can even see the outside of the Volvo. That's rough. But I guess another thing we can check is the coolant, because who knows if there's... Yep, look at that, empty. That's completely empty. That's a bad sign. Means that this thing could have overheated, and that could be why this thing was parked. But I guess we won't figure that out until we get this thing on a jump box and turn it over and see if it sounds weird or if it cranks funny. But before we do that, I need to check that timing belt. That's another reason why this thing could have been trashed, is valves could have been bent once the timing belt snapped and they just said, hey, I'm not putting an engine or a head on an old Volvo, just throw it away. So we're gonna check that. Hopefully, I guess I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. Let's see the transmission fluid. That looks red. That looks really nice. Not bad. Let's check the engine oil cap. No milkshake, which is awesome. And it's dry, but it looks clean in there. So hopefully this, man, I really hope this thing's not, I guess, toast. But, wow, look at all that dirt. Look at all the dirt that built up on that. That is gross. Yeah, this thing's been sitting for a really long time. Hopefully we can get it back on the road. But, oh, is that a timing belt sticker? Okay, come on. Come on. That says 51,000 miles. So that timing belt is less than 10,000 miles old. Ah, oh boy, I'm scared. This thing might have overheated. Because that timing belt shouldn't have snapped. That's a brand new, well, at least back then, it was a brand new timing belt. What year? Does it say year? Does that say 05? So maybe it wasn't a new timing belt. I don't know. This thing has a lot of questions. There's a lot of question marks with this Volvo. We're definitely gonna have to do some digging. Hopefully it's not completely toast. So I'm gonna go grab my tools real quick. We're gonna check the timing belt. I'm gonna charge the battery and see if we can turn this thing over. Okay, so I got the cover off. As you can see up here, underneath that cover looks nothing like the outside of the Volvo or the white block. Look at how clean it is in there. You wipe that down, you practically eat off of it. There is some oil. It's common when the PCV starts to go out, the oil starts to build up on the valve cover. So I got the side cover off to check the timing belt. That timing belt still has tension on it, so timing belt did not snap. So that's a good thing, and also a bad thing. That means there's something else wrong with this thing. If it was just a couple valves, then that'd be fine. Like that'd be easy. But if there's bottom end damage, that could be a money pit. We do not like money pits. So that timing belt does look old. So the timing belt needs to be replaced, but it's not snapped. Water pump looks nice. It's a Volvo water pump, which is awesome. They went to the dealer to go get it replaced, which is sweet. Okay guys, I got the jump box on it. I'm a little too impatient. I can't wait for the battery to start or charge. So I'm going to put a jump box on it. We know the timing belt's intact, so we know we're not going to bend any valves doing that. If the head's already warped from getting overheated, then we're not going to do any more damage than it's already done. So I say we just throw a jump box on this thing, and we're going to try and see if it turns over. If it turns over weird, then we know we have to do major engine work. If it turns over clean or smooth, then that means we could probably throw a fuel pump in this thing, maybe injectors if those things are clogged up, and this thing might just run. So we're gonna skip ahead and see what happens. Man, this battery is dead. The jump box barely wants to do anything. So the locking gas cap door finally unlocked, and I smelled the gas. It does not smell promising. This gas is old. So let's see if we can get it to turn over. That sounded healthy. I don't know if that picked up well on the camera, but dude, that sounded like my T5R. The way it cranks over, like that's a healthy crank. We might not have anything. Well, okay, give me. Hold up. We still don't have coolant inside this coolant reservoir. It's possible that over the years the water evaporated out of the antifreeze, so maybe that's why it's so low. But that is low. So we're gonna keep crossing our fingers, but that sounds really promising. What's up, guys? So this is post-editing Austin. At the end of this day, after I got it to turn over, I figured probably just better off cleaning everything, get it ready for once the parts do show up. And yeah, so at the end of this day, all I did was really clean the engine bay. But I did want to explain, I guess, why I was so unenthusiastic about this car when I first went to go pick it up. Because picking it up, there was a lot of question marks. So when I first saw it on the auction's website, it was listed as a non-runner charity vehicle, but with a salvage title. I was like, oh, that's kind of, that kind of sucks. But I don't know. I don't usually like picking up salvage title vehicles. It's, I don't know, it's a phobia of mine. But I don't know, something told me look into it. It's a low mileage first year 850. It's worth looking into. So sure enough, I double checked on the DMV's website because they have a portal where you can type in a VIN for a vehicle as long as it's an Arizona title. You can type in the VIN and it will tell you if the title is salvage or clean or if it has a lien or anything like that. And sure enough, on the DMV's website, it said nothing about a salvage title. It said clean title car, no liens. This title is ready to be transferred. I was like, that's kind of weird. Why does the auction say salvage title? Well, so I figured, let me do a little bit more due diligence. I'm going to buy a Carfax. So I bought a Carfax for it, and sure enough, on the Carfax, it said it had a salvage title. So I was like, what does Carfax know that the DMV doesn't? So I don't know. I was very conflicted. I told myself, at least go look at the car in person to see if, you can see any major damage before bidding on it. But that was they only have preview days on Mondays. And that Monday was the day after not Thanksgiving, New Year's, and they were closed. So I couldn't preview the car, before I bid on it. And I got a little excited on auction day and I ended up buying the car. So as you can imagine, I was very anxious waiting for Tuesday to come along so I can go pick up the car and see, I guess, the mess I got myself into. But sure enough, when I went down to the auction, gave them all my information, paid for the car, they handed me a clean Arizona title. So I was like, okay, this is weird. But maybe once I register it into my name, it will show that it's actually a salvage title. And sure enough, next day I go down to the third-party DMV, give them the title. They hand me back a clean title with my business's name on it. So I don't know why the auction said it was a salvage title. I don't know why Carfax has it as a salvage title, but everything on the DMV side says that it's a clean title. So I don't know. I'm very conflicted about this car. I'm going to try and give Carfax a call and see if maybe they have some information they could tell me. I've heard maybe like some charity vehicles, whenever they're donated, like if it goes through auction or through insurance or something like that, then the insurance will brand it salvage just because it was, I don't know. I have no idea. But, I mean, it's a straight car. I see no prior major damage on the car. And, I mean, I have a clean title in hand, so I don't know what to think about it. But we're going to still try and get this thing running. It seems like it's in pretty good shape for what it is, and it cranks over pretty healthy. So ordered a fuel pump, ordered a timing belt kit. I can't remember the other parts. I ordered a bunch of different random stuff for this car just so we can try and get it started. But other than that, we're just waiting for parts at this point. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. Updates will be coming out soon. Not much else at the end of this video other than Shill Austin, plugging some Amazon links. So stick around. We'll definitely get some updates for you. So I just power washed the engine bay. It's looking a whole lot better. It's at least looking like something clean enough to where I can start working on it. I don't have to wash my hands every 10 minutes. But I don't know, some people have very strong opinions about power washing engine bays. I've been doing it for a while now. I haven't really had any problems. I'd usually just try and, pick my line carefully. I don't try and power wash any engine bay components or engine control modules or ABS control modules. Just try and stay away from the important bits. You should be good to go. I think one other thing that kind of helps me when it comes to like power washing engine bays is I have this thing called I don't know what the heck it's called. It's called an air cannon. It's like a reverse vacuum. It just blows a bunch of air everywhere. You can kind of set the sensitivity all the way up to hurricane status. But I don't know. It seems to be working fine. I power wash the engine bay, then I go over all the sensitive areas with that thing just to make sure no water gets in there, kind of stagnates and starts forming corrosion. And I mean, it seems like it's been working for me. I don't know. Maybe it's snake oil. Maybe I'm just doing this and it makes me feel better. But it makes me feel better. And that's why I do it. So I'll leave a link in the description. I think I bought this off Amazon. I don't know. If I can't figure it out, I won't put a link. But if I can, I'll put a link in the description. My sister keeps telling me, you gotta put links in your description for the tools you use. People might be interested, but I don't know how to put a referral link. But I'll try and figure it out. If I do, it'll be in the description. Well, cool beans. That's pretty much it for today's video. I'd just like to thank everybody who's been watching these videos. I recently checked subscribers and we're at like 800 subscribers already, which is pretty dang close to 1,000, which is awesome. The Volvo enthusiast and the Volvo enthusiast group is pretty dang strong. Got a lot of Volvo enthusiasts out there, and just like to thank you guys. But other than that, next video will definitely be the first start to this 850, and hopefully it will start up with no problem. But it's definitely going to be interesting. This car has been sitting for a really long time. The tires are dated 2011. The battery was dated 2011, and it was last registered in 2014. So it might put up a fight, but it's definitely going to be interesting. So definitely stick around to see that video and other ones that I do end up uploading. So yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to drive safe and remember to enjoy your guys' Volvos. We'll see you next time.